What's going on, everybody? So if you know my channel, you followed me build this car, the M50 E30, as you can see here, airlift, all that stuff. This whole build's on the channel. But I want to make a video I've been meaning to make for a long time. I kept forgetting, and this car may sell. Before it sells, I want to make this video. If it sells or not, I'll let you guys know. But regardless, this is going to be what it takes, the costs to M50 swap an E30. So I think I did this swap the most cost efficient way. There's a few different routes to go, and I'm gonna run you guys through what I did, how much it cost me, so if you want to do the swap yourself, you kind of have a ballpark. So to start, this is gonna be an M50, non-S50, S52, M52. Those motors will all be more expensive, but everything else in the swap will pretty much be the same. So if you want to take my M50 costs and multiply it, there you go. So if you're not familiar, this is a 1989 325, meaning I got to use all the original cooling system, saved a lot of money, and I think that's about it. 89 means that you get to keep the cooling system. That's pretty much it. But I'm going to dig in here. I'm going to just start off with how I did this, what all the costs were. It's me all talking. If you want to know the total cost, skip to the end. But let's get into it. So to start, the M50 itself, this is where my route changes versus what you might do. So what I did was I went out and bought an E34 525i parts car. I bought a junky car. The car itself cost me $800 and I paid $300 to get it shipped here. So the cost will vary. If you want to go ahead and buy a 525, prices went up lately, so they're not going to be that cheap. Anyway, I paid $1,100 to get the car here that came with the swap, meaning it came with the motor, the oil pan, the harness, all the accessories, the intake boot, manifold, all that stuff. So basically the bulk of the cost came with the car. So that's $1,100 and I got all those things. If you want to go a different route and buy just an M50, these are the main things you're going to have to source. You're going to have to source the M50 itself, which could be between $400 and $800. The M50 front sump oil pan, which is basically $300 to $500 these days. And then the harness, which will be $100 to $250. So that right there alone is between $800 and $1,500. So I paid right in the middle of that for the entire car. But then the thing about having a parts car is then you can basically sell off all the excess parts. So I made a bit of money back there. But basically that's how I got the heart of this swap. So the harness, engine, and all that good stuff. Math, you know. So another thing I forgot to mention. It's an 89 325. So it came with the G260. I'm using the G260. If you want to use a ZF, the kit is going to cost you much more. ZF stuff's very expensive. So with that, I'm using a FX clutch kit, which is the one thing I don't have a price on. I'm going to look that up and I'll put it in the description, or I'll put it in the bottom of the video here. That is trans cost. So anyway, you got the trans, the motor figured out. So where are we? Now we're into what it takes to basically get this motor into the car. So you're going to need E36 motor mounts. I paid $150 for those. That's, I think, an average price. Then you're going to need a special trans brace and special motor mounts. I got the Condor ones. That was $201 for those. That is basically what you need to get the trans. When it's going to sit at an angle, you need that special angled trans brace, and you need the special motor mounts that line up with the E36 arms. That was $201. Along with that, you're going to need the 10-degree twisted DSSR for the trans. So that's looking at $109.36. I got that from, I believe, Condor as well. So that's basically what to mount it in there to get everything mounted. So at that price, you're going to have everything in there. And then motor maintenance. So reseal, that means all the gaskets, intake gaskets, oil pan, all that stuff. I paid $465.47. That will vary what you want to do with the motor. You might want to do nothing, you might want to do everything. Could be more expensive, could be cheaper. And then along here I have other things that I didn't mark what they were, but different FCP Euro costs. So I have $38 one day, $48.76 one day, $134.84. I had marked that as trans stuff, so that's probably all my trans seals and whatnot. O2 sensor, $117. And then you have fluids, so just going to AutoZone, all the fluids you need between the brake fluid when you got to relocate the booster, which I relocated the booster, so that is cost nothing, just time. But anyway, all the fluids, coolant, oil, all that stuff, I paid $170 in all the fluids, which seems expensive, but oh yeah, power steering too. Power steering, I was able to reuse the lines, so I didn't have to pay anything extra there. Coolant hoses, I paid $60 for, and I think I cut and screwed up a few, so take some off of that. But you need an E36 upper and a 90-degree Napa lower, so that's pretty much whatever you can get those for. It's probably gonna be like $40-ish. And then basically at that point, you have everything you need. You have everything to make your motor solid, assuming you're not like building the motor or anything. You got all your stuff to re-gasket everything. You got everything to fit the motor in the car. You got all your cooling system stuff. So now that you got all that done, now you're gonna get into basically what could be very expensive or could be fair. So you're gonna need the exhaust made. The one thing about this car is you need a custom exhaust made when you put one of these in there. There's sites that make exhaust. I don't have any experience with those, so I can't say what those are gonna be like. But anyway, I went with the OBD1 stock M50 headers, and then I had Zach custom fab me a full 3-inch exhaust. So 3-inch stainless, vibrant, super quiet resonator, or ultra quiet resonator, and then vibrant muffler. Zach charged me $1,200 for the parts and the labor, and that is basically a steal for labor. So that is an expensive exhaust, and it's valued at probably $2 grand plus if I had someone else do it. So take that into consideration. You could have like a muffler shop build you an exhaust, and it would be a few $100. I went kind of the nicer route. So that was $1,200. So basically where we're at, that is everything that I was done to it. Get the motor in the car, take all the stuff from the E34, the harness, the motor, all that, keep the stock E36 or the E30 cooling system, trans, re-gasket everything, do a couple relocations, and basically what that put me at is $3,833. So for about $3 grand to $4 grand, you can M50 swap your E30. I just want to make this quick little video. It's not a super expensive swap. I know a lot of swaps that can be much more expensive. Again, I did a pretty cost-effective way of doing everything. I kept a lot of the stock E30 stuff. If you change to a ZF, you're looking for a drive shaft, a ZF, all that jazz. So that price, and then add the clutch kit price. So probably about $4 grand, actually. So about $4 grand to get this car how it is driving. That's not any of the cosmetic, wheels, all that stuff. That stuff is irrelevant. So let's call it $4 grand to M50 swap your E30. I just want to make this video for those of you that are, want to know before you dive into it how much you're going to be spending. It could be a lot more expensive. It could be a little bit cheaper depending on what you can do yourself and what you kind of opt out of what you want to do. I wanted to reseal the whole motor and everything, so that cost a little bit more. I wanted to reseal the trans, so that cost a little bit more. All the clutch hydraulics. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking along on this journey. This was a really fun car to build. I would recommend this to many people if they're looking for a fun BMW build that's not gonna break the bank. Given E30s are a little bit expensive now, so you might be breaking the bank, but the swap itself is about as straightforward as a swap can be in one of these cars. You could do a lot of different wacky stuff, V8s, and it gets really expensive. So there you have it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace.